My name is Hadiqa. I'm from Round Rock, Texas, and I'm a third year majoring in chemistry. So the first reason that I ride is for my aunt. She battled breast cancer a few years ago, and I guess it was really interesting for me because I had never thought that cancer was something that would affect my family or something that we would face so close to our lives. I'd always considered it like this faraway thing, this like danger that didn't really apply to me. But after that happened, I kind of realized that cancer can affect anyone, and watching her be so strong from like such a close viewpoint kind of inspired me, and it was a really leveling experience to see how she like came into her own after her recovery and is still like the strong person who I knew when I was little. And then the main reason that I applied to Texas 4000 when I did was my friend Cassidy and her family. So she passed away due to reasons other than cancer last summer, so the summer of 2016. And that summer I spent a lot of time with her family, and I spent a lot of time talking to her mom, and I learned about her cousin named Andres. She was from Panama, so he lived in Panama with his family, and he was diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer when he was quite young, and they had to move to Boston and get like his treatment in the US, and he battled for 2 years. And from what I heard in her stories, he was like a really strong and fun-loving child, and he passed away after 2 years. And that summer I experienced all this love and all this help and like compassion from her family who had faced these two tragedies back to back almost. And so it was really inspirational for me to kind of have these people be helping me who themselves had gone through the ringer like that. And so if like I can even reflect a fraction of the strength that they showed me through the ride, then that's a privilege in my opinion. And if the ride is like a metaphor at all for the battle that cancer patients struggle through, then I think that's something that would be an honor to undertake. I heard about Texas 4000 actually my senior year of high school. I got a phone call from my brother who was at the time attending UT, and he said that he was going to bike to Alaska. And on the phone I was like on a motorcycle? And he was like, no, he like told me about the organization. And watching him go through the organization from such like a close perspective it was really cool for me to see how like he kind of changed as a person and like interactions with his teammates. Then when we went to send him off on his first day, and all the stories that I heard from there on and like before that during training, it was all really inspirational for me. And that's definitely like one of the reasons that I thought that this was something that I could do, because I had seen him go through it and I saw that it's a process and it's a long process, but as long as you're motivated and you have like that drive to do something bigger than yourself, then anyone can do it. My favorite memory of Texas 4000 so far has definitely, actually I guess there's two main ones. One was definitely Atlas. It was so cool to see us so directly like being a part of the 2017 team's ride and getting to see how they interact with their team and seeing that like this was in our future as well. That was really awesome. And then there was one meeting in particular this past spring semester where Brooke and Fred had everyone kind of voice their concerns and their fears and their worries and just things that maybe they were insecure about or even excited about. And they had like the rest of the team visualize, but I think it was standing up, if we felt the same way, and seeing how so much of the team was on the same page, even though sometimes we felt like we were the only ones experiencing those fears, it was really heartwarming and also reassuring, and that meeting was really special, I think. But the biggest way that Texas 4000 has impacted me so far, I think, is just how it's opened my eyes to all the generosity that people give that is out there. And that's been through my teammates and how they're always willing to help each other out whenever anyone needs anything, even if it's a simple like ride from the airport. These are like, all my teammates are people who are so willing to give and in any way, shape, or form. And another like way I've seen generosity is from panhandling, and that's just from strangers I've never met before, just in the streets of Austin. And when they identify with like the cause and the reason that we're out there panhandling, the generosity that I see from them, just in the form of like sharing their stories or a few dollar bills, it's astounding that so many people out there are willing to kind of come out to us and go out of their way to tell us about their stories and like run across the street to hand us some money or anything like that. So I think I've been really amazed by all of the kindness that I've come across thanks to this organization.